Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Paxton and I'm a content specialist on the UWorld College Prep team. And this is part 3 in our series on what to expect on the science section of the ACT. In previous videos, we've covered a question from a data representation passage and a research summaries passage. So today, I'm going to walk you through a question from a conflicting viewpoints passage similar to one you'll find in the science section of the ACT exam. Remember, the ACT science section contains 40 questions that cover biology, chemistry, physics, and earth and space science. You are given a total of 35 minutes to complete the section, so you'll need to work quickly and efficiently. There are typically 6 passages given in the science section, and you will be asked a series of questions with each passage. Most of the information you'll need to know to answer the questions correctly can be found in the graphs, charts, or other information provided in each passage. This section is all about being able to interpret and analyze data in order to demonstrate your science skills. Conflicting viewpoints passages include models that are inconsistent in their viewpoints that address some scientific topic. This passage includes 4 students' discussions on what happened in an experiment in class. Now, during the test, you would want to dive a little deeper into reading this passage or skimming through it for more information. But for this particular question, I'm just going to summarize the important information. Basically, a teacher placed a piece of lithium into a beaker of distilled water that included a pH indicator. When the lithium was placed into the solution turned pink, and each of the students described what scientific process happened. This question asks, which of the students claimed that the indicator solution turns pink because the pH of the solution increases? And then each of the answer choices includes a few students. Students 1 and 2 only, students 2 and 4 only, students 1, 3, and 4 only, and students 1, 2, 3, and 4. One thing I want you to notice in this question is that it asks about the pH of a solution. Now, for this particular question, you don't need any background information about what pH is or what the range is. However, for other questions on this same passage, you will need that information, so just keep that in mind. Let's break down this question a little bit more. So first of all, we know that we're going to compare the students because right off the bat, it asks us which of the students. In this passage, there are no figures or graphs, so we're going to have to look at the words. And to look at the words, we're going to want to identify key terms in our question that we can go back and search through our passage for. We know that the indicator solution turns pink. That happened when the teacher placed the lithium into the solution. But what we want to know is which students believe that this happened because the pH of the solution increases. We want to know which students believed that this reaction occurred because the pH of the solution increases. So our key terms that we want to look for in each of the students' descriptions are going to be pH and increases. We're looking for those that say that the pH increases. So let's take a look at student 1's description. Notice in the first sentence, the student describes that this reaction actually increased or raised the pH of the solution. So we know that student 1 believes that this reaction raised the pH, so we want student 1 in our answer choice. Let's look back at the answer choices and eliminate any choice that does not include student 1. We can see that B only includes students 2 and 4, so we're going to mark that off as an incorrect choice. Okay, let's take a look at student 2. In student 2's description, in the second sentence, it mentions that they believe this reaction lowered the pH. So student 2 believes that it lowered the pH, which is not what we are wanting. So student 2 will not be included in our correct answer choice. Let's eliminate any choices that include student 2. Choice A includes student 2, so we're going to mark that off. Choice D also includes student 2, so we'll mark that off. So that only leaves us with one answer choice, which is C. And that is the correct answer. Now, just to double check, we're going to skim through student 3 and 4's explanations as well, just to make sure that they really believed that the pH was raised. So notice in student 3's first sentence, they say it raised the pH, which is consistent with choice C. Now student 4 also says in their second sentence that it raised the pH. So we've just confirmed that choice C is in fact the correct answer. Well, I hope this has been helpful information. If it has, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. And remember, your dream school requires a dream score. So keep studying and prepping with UWorld. Your hard work is going to pay off. See you next time.